Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Come on in, y'all. I'm back and we're going to get crafty. And I cannot wait to show you what we're going to do. And hopefully it will just, work itself out and we'll figure it out. Hi, friends. I'm back from vacation. I hope you guys are super well. I hope you miss me lots. I missed y'all lots. I'm going to show you the ribbon for the ribbon that gave me inspiration for the project today. It's this guy right here. Look at all the colors. Does that not scream fall or what? I mean, I think it does. I am going to be using this on our project. So I grabbed the colors that I think will match it. Y'all, tell me what you think about these. Is that not like pretty awesome or what? Let's get crafty, y'all. My name is Amy from A to Z Designs, and I just returned from Chicago and had the most amazing vacation. And we just couldn't stop there. So we have already booked our next extravaganza. I'm super excited about it. We had so much fun. I will tell you all about it. But here's the deal. I don't know that I'm really going to use all of these colors. So we've got Lagoon. Come on now. Comment the word sweater whenever you get here, and I will send you a message with all the details. And you can get these colors: Lagoon, Marmalade, Ivy, Espresso, Vanilla, and Cabernet. Okay, that's what we're going to use. We're going to use one of our brand new surfaces. This is the 9x12 Simple Tag. It's in our chalk spot. It's very cheap, y'all. Not like cheap quality, but like affordable cheap. Okay, we're going to use Sweater Weather, and then we're going to use our Club Transfer. The pattern. Okay, so I will give you all the rundown of how this is all going to work. I hope you guys are well. Let me make sure I can see. There we go. Hello, hello. So down below, I put a pinned comment sweater to get all the details. Below that is a text message to send us so that you can join our texting group. And then below that is to join our broadcast channel. So click that link. It's free to join. Okay, now the text, whatever your rates apply, but Christina's on vacation. Fantastic. Okay, y'all. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our club transfer. If you're not familiar, this month and every single month, you always get an 8.5 by 11 silkscreen design. Okay, that can be reused over and over again. Okay. In this month, you are going to get a frame. Okay, this is how I did mine. And I told you guys that I would put a picture in it after Chicago, after our vacation. So you will get this frame. It will not be painted and all the prettiness, but we used this transfer on the frame, created with vanilla and black velvet. So you get the frame, the transfer. For your very first kit, you're going to get a mini squeegee so that you can apply your paste. And the colors you get this month are vanilla and shimmer gold. Okay. So we're going to use this tonight. Hopefully it works out, y'all. All right. So if you want to get that kit shipped to your house, all you need to do is comment sweater, and there's a link that talks about joining our club subscription. Okay. It's very cheap, but make sure you join our perks program first, because you will save 30% off that kit. And a perks membership is only $20 a month. You get $20 back in product credit. Good for 30 days. And you get 30% off all of the chalk products. The paste, the surface, the squeegees that I showed you. Oh gosh, y'all, I don't have my cart ready. I'm out of sorts. Like this right here, the squeegees. Okay, all of that, you get 30% off. So enough talking. I'm done. I'm not really done, but I need to grab something. Hold on. All right, we're going to grab this, and we're going to get to painting this. We're going to put Sweater Weather on here along with our pattern. Thanks, guys. We're glad to be back. Thanks, Debbie Howard. We had a great time, but let me tell you something. We walked thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, it feels like. Like, I'm not even playing. I might need more vanilla. Oh, boy. Hopefully I got some. My backside, every bit of it hurts. It's sore. Good exercise, right? But holy cow. Like, I wasn't in pain walking, right? It was just like the aftermath. It's like, whoa. So like I get up off the couch and I mean, my usual is like kind of grunt and things pop and stuff. But today I'm like, man, like my actual back hurts. And I think it's because, I mean, I wore different shoes each day. And I'm sure it was just my body getting used to walking that far, in the different shoes I had. I don't know, y'all. We got lots of stories. Let me tell you. It was a great time. The house was perfect. The house was just perfect. Like, I can't say that again. I felt so comfortable there. I was able to keep up with the laundry. I came back to like just the stuff we wore to the Bears game on Sunday or Monday night, for laundry purpose. Like, it was just a great, great trip. It really was. The airports were great. Like, no issues. It was awesome. So, anywho, I'm trying to think what we did. So we went and ate Zach's favorite pizza place, saw where his house is that he lived in when he was a kid. Nice neighborhood. But a lot of respect for his mom, man. Raising 3 kids in that itty bitty house. I can't imagine. Like, you'd be on top of each other. I cannot imagine. We were so tired that night, or I was so tired. Like, I had hit a brick wall. I'm like, it's time to go to bed. So we came back to the house, and then Saturday we woke up. We went to the baseball game. Y'all, that was so much fun. That was my favorite thing, was the baseball game. We had a great time. I love watching baseball. In fact, at nighttime when I'm doing my wind down time, I put on one of the baseball games that are live on TV. Sunday we woke up. That's the day we met Dana. After we left Dana, we went to this mall. Jackson wanted to go shopping. But then we headed down to the Taste of Chicago, which was like downtown. And y'all, we did not see the Navy Pier. I mean, we saw it from afar, but we didn't go. Hold on. So we went to the Taste of Chicago, ate a bunch of food, walked around. But let me tell you something. The parking is absolutely atrocious. Okay? Like, I don't remember it being that bad in Dallas. However, I don't go to Dallas, like downtown Dallas, a whole lot. That's the city we live in. I mean, we live on the outskirts, but the main city. Well, okay, I'm thinking Taste of Dallas, it's going to be just like the state fair. There's going to be some big old parking lots. And the whole time, like, I'm seeing what they call the L train, I believe, which is like the little train that goes throughout the city that people ride. And everyone was telling me, they're like, oh, you got to do that. You got to do that. You got to experience that. No, I'm not going to experience the L train. Sorry. I am very aware of my surroundings, and that's not something I wanted to try. So, and I know that in order to get to the L train on some of the locations, you have to go down under the ground. Okay? Just remember that. So, we had the little, GPS on or whatever. And, Zach's trying to get to a place to park, and we do this illegal U-turn in the downtown traffic. And in the middle of downtown, like the 2 lanes, it's like 2 lanes or 4 lanes, and then another 4 lanes going the other way. There's like an opening. And I'm thinking the whole time it's like foot traffic. He's like, all right, that's where we're going. He started heading down the ramp to go underground. And I immediately like started panicking. Like, wait, what? Well, so I rolled down my window. I took some deep breaths because it's almost as if y'all, I had that feeling of like, you know, when you go underwater, like you go to the deep end of like a pool and your head starts to feel like it's full of pressure. I immediately felt that and I don't know why. So he drove around looking for a spot for a second and he didn't see anything. And he came to this part that said, go down further. And I'm like, Zach, you need to find a parking spot now or you need to get me the heck out of here because I'm about to have a full-blown panic attack. I was like, I did not realize that you were parking underground. And honestly, I don't know that I have ever actually parked underground, like in the history of my life. Okay. So I think it was just a matter of like, oh my gosh, this is a new experience. Look at all that paste I just globbed on there. Good gravy. So we found a parking spot and it was hot as all get out down there, y'all. It was so hot. So then we had to walk in like a maze to find the street. And I'm like, if I don't see daylight any minute, I'm going to lose my mind. Well, next thing you know, we found the daylight and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was excited and we walked and we went to the Bean and we ate a bunch of food and blah, 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 blah. Right. We went to some fountain that's popular there. Anywho. So then I started thinking like, oh my gosh, now I got to go back down there whenever we leave. But I said, Zach, I'm not going back down there if it's dark outside. It needs to be daylight. So, I mean, we were there for a couple of hours. We ate our way through the little area and, I was fine going back down there to leave. But I think because I wasn't prepared that we were parking underground, that's why I almost like lost my marbles. So have y'all ever parked down underneath the ground? It's quite an interesting experience. All right, I think that's good. I'm not going to really worry too much about the top because we're going to add a bow. Riding Bart from Oakland to San Francisco. It goes under the ocean. Oh my gosh. No way. Yes, Missy. You love the train in Chicago? Oh, yay, Debbie. We get matchy match. We did not do the river walk. However, I told Zach, I'm like, if we do ever come back, that is one thing I want to do. And I want to do that boat tour that goes on the river. But yes, I was like, no way. I don't think so, Tess. I don't think I've ever been in the underground tunnels. Yes, Buckingham Fountain. Thanks, Wendy. Yes, that was so pretty. Hey, Tina, welcome to my page. You know what, Sally? There was a lot of people at the taste, but it wasn't like, I mean, there was a lot of people, but it wasn't like, holy cow, overwhelming. But they had this section with food trucks. And that to me is just exciting because they actually like put these amazing meals or bites, you know, small street bites, in their trucks. I just think that's so cool. If y'all ever watch The Amazing Race on like the Food Network, I've never watched like a full season, but I see it come up every once in a while and it just intrigues me. But anyways, we did eat some food from the food trucks and then of course the little tents and stuff. But the underground thing really threw me for a loop. And what's crazy is even coming out of the underground or like whatever you want to call it, I could feel like my ears popping or something. It's so weird. And I'm thinking, is there another level to this underground, like level 3? Like what is going on in this city? So we did that. We went back home. We relaxed. We chilled. What did we do? Oh, we watched, Dylan picked some movie. But we just hung out. It was nice to just go back to a house and not a hotel and relax. And then Monday we woke up and we just piddled around the house, because that was the day of the Bears game. And that was the day we were going to Willis Tower to go 103 stories up. And y'all, I was sick to my stomach that morning. Sick to my stomach. Hello. There's an underground tunnel driving from Texas to Florida. Oh, wow. Sue, I did not know that. Wow, Jenny, that's crazy. I wouldn't, Denise. You've underground parking at your mall? Yes. So the night before, okay, so Sunday night, we were trying to get tickets to the Willis Tower to go up to the sky deck or whatever they call it, and it wasn't working. And I was secretly like, okay. But I was like, you know what? I really want to go. I really want to face this fear. I want to do this with my family. It's we had been like, we did a lot of things. Like, we didn't just sit around and wait for the baseball game and then wait for the football game. Like, we were active a lot. I would say the day that we had the most downtime was Monday, waiting to leave for the Willis Tower at 1:00. That's when our Uber picked us up. Okay. Cause we were just going to hang out downtown and go to the game Monday night. So we get an Uber. And first of all, I'm a little nervous with Ubers already just because I don't know who they are. I'm not in control. So it was a combination of going up the elevator and riding in the Uber that I was just like sick to my stomach. Okay. But I was doing okay. And Zach, to me, this whole time was describing it as this huge elevator and it's glass and you can see out. But he did say it's only 60 seconds. That's how quick it takes you up. I'm like, okay, 60 seconds isn't bad. And I Googled it for myself and it confirmed 60 seconds. So I was glad about that. But I did not look to see if it was glass, if you could see out, how big it was. So we get there that morning. We're able to we did like the fast pass just in case it was busy. And we didn't have to wait around. Like, I'm kind of glad we did that because we walked in and we were through the doors and we were in that elevator, and that elevator was small. There was no looking out. It was covered in TV screens. So they gave me this like postcard looking thing that had a barcode that was like specific to our family. And the minute I walked in the elevator and it was packed, I just stared at this postcard and all of these TVs turned on around me and I did not look at them. It was talking about the Willis Tower and I just stared at the postcard and my ear started to pop or my ear started to fill up or whatever that feeling is whenever you go up really fast, like if you're flying. And I just looked at it and I was talking to the boys. Like, I was like, hey boys, what do you think this is? Like, I was trying to keep my mind off what I was doing. And next thing you know, the door's open. And I'm like, I just did that. And from there on out, it was fine. Like, I wasn't nervous going down. I did the same thing. I just looked at something and I did not look at the screens around me. And then we were on our merry way, walking thousands of miles around downtown. In fact, the shoes I had on were hurting my feet. And we saw a Champs store downtown. So we went to that store. We bought some tennis shoes. I got some new, like, highlighter pink tennis shoes. But I told Zach, I'm like, I don't want to throw away the ones that I got because they're like cute boutique shoes, which is stupid. I should have worn walking shoes that day. And, so mind you, we had an Uber. So we didn't have a car to put all this extra stuff in. So we had to be careful with how much extra stuff. So we didn't get a bag. He threw the other shoes over his shoulder while I put on the new shoes. Thank goodness I got new shoes because we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked some more. And we just like stopped wherever we wanted. Jackson saw this ramen place. We stopped at the ramen place. I saw lobster rolls at this one place. I stopped and we all shared our lobster roll. Like, we did not hold back this weekend. And I'm so glad we didn't. And then we walked some more and we went into just random places. Dylan stopped at McDonald's and got a McChicken sandwich. Like, we ate a lot. But it was so good for the soul. And then we ended up riding this little bike. Some guy we paid $160 later. We had no idea, But it was like, you know what? Who cares? You only live once. And that would have been another hour walking if we didn't pay him to take us down to the game. Because we wanted to be there the 2 hours before, you know, they open the 2 hours before the game starts, they open the gates. Plus, they were handing out free hats. So Zach wanted the hat, which I'm totally fine with. You know, the Cubs, they handed out t-shirts, free t-shirts. So we all got a shirt. I'm just sanding this to make this a smoother surface. And then we sat around waiting for the gates to open, and we walked in, and that place was mass chaos. Let me tell you something. There is a different vibe when it comes to the Cubs or any baseball game, and when it comes to the NFL. Holy cow. So we got some food. Zach got his jersey and whatever else he wanted. And we went to our seats, and we had already agreed that we were leaving early because, y'all, I don't know if you've ever been to Soldier Field in Chicago, but there's like no parking. None. Absolutely zilch nada. No parking. I mean, there's some parking lots, and we were going to book a parking spot the night before, but y'all, they were like $650. So what does that mean? Majority of the people Uber to the game. Well, you can imagine the share ride pickup spot is nowhere close to the stadium. Those drivers don't want to get that close. So what do? They make you walk like, I don't know, what seems 10 miles to get to the share ride location where there were hundreds of Ubers waiting for people. So I'm glad that we left early because I've heard, and we watch videos, nightmares of like mass herds of people going from the stadium after a game to walking to the share ride location. So we called an Uber. We got home. We didn't have to wait on the Uber, but we had to walk. But it was a great time. It was such a good time. Like I told Zach, I wouldn't mind going back and doing the game again. At some point, maybe doing like a daytime game. I think that it's just a total different experience. But yeah. Thanks, Lisa. So anyways, y'all, it was great. Yes, they dyed the river green. Yes. I did. I accomplished my fear. 7-mile underground tunnel. Betty, I would absolutely lose my mind. No way. All right, so I applied surface wax to this because we are going to chalk on top of this, and I just have to figure out what color. I want to do the top and the bottom, I think. It was awesome vacation, and there were a couple times, don't get me wrong, when Zach and I looked at each other and were like, why did we bring the boys? But overall, they were good. They were good. Okay, so I've got my ribbon. Okay. I want to do so I'm thinking, what if we do ivy for the pattern on the bottom? So I want to do sweater weather. Maybe we'll do this first. It's okay, Michelle. Win some, you lose some, right? Hi, Katie. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I miss my city. Some things like the food, but not the cold. Yes. Not the cold. Yes. And you know what? I think it was colder at the Cubs game than it was the Bears game. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes. It's called Mr. Penn. Oh, Dana, girl, they had it at that restaurant. They're pretty good. They are pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because we are going to add a bow, I'm going to place this kind of down here a little bit. This is one of Tiffany Thiessen transfers. It is called Sweater Weather. Imagine that, right? And I'm going to see if I can get this somewhat straight. But let me tell you something. Like the first quarter of the Bears game, those fans were loud and proud, which is great. The people around us were extremely nice. The food was good. We saw Jason Kelsey there doing his ESPN Monday Night Football coverage. That was cool. Troy Aikman was there. All right, this is going to have to do. Okay, so I thought with this, we could do multiple colors. Call me crazy. He does need to do ramen food reviews. He does. He got the first night, he got ramen from some like Mexican food truck. And I thought it was going to be spicy, but it wasn't. I was very surprised. Hi, Lori. Okay, so let me tell you a story. Well, this is marmalade. However, I added some espresso to it just to darken it up. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to use all of these colors and we're just going to kind of do like a pattern or something. What do y'all think? Let me find a smaller squeegee. Please hold. How many colors do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 4. Let's use these. I don't even know, y'all, what I'm doing. All right, let's just do it. This is Cabernet, and we're going to go in and do the S. The one thing we did not eat when we were in Chicago, well, I think there's several things, but I wanted to like get a taste of the Italian food. However, red sauce does not always sit well with me. So I'm kind of okay that we didn't, but I'm kind of not okay. That makes sense. All right, how many colors do we have? Let's put these in order how I want them to go on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This E is also going to be Cabernet. But we did have a lot of Italian beef sandwiches. Those are always good. Hi, Darlene. She did miss us. All right, I'm going to peel this up. I'm going to release that paste from the screen so that it does not dry in the screen. Okay. We're going to push it back down wherever we lifted it up that we have not applied our chalk paste to. Okay. And then we're going to go in with Lagoon. Y'all, this color I'm like scarred with based on that pumpkin that Zach did that one night and salt and sanded it until, you know, I don't know, you could have gone sledding with it. It was so shiny. Y'all remember that? It brings me back. Okay, so after marmalade, no, Cabernet is Lagoon. I'm just going to focus on the top row right now. That way I don't get too ahead of myself. All right, we're going to peel it up, lay it back down, peel this up, lay it back down. And now we're going to go in with espresso. Yeah, it was very smooth. I got to start planning his birthday. He has a birthday coming up. And he is high maintenance when it comes to his birthday. He doesn't want any part of the planning. All right, let's go in with this color. This is marmalade mixed with espresso just to give it a little bit of a darker feel. Just mix it up in the jar if you have an extra jar. And then we have ivy. Pretty green color. To me, these colors scream fall. The 23rd is Zach's birthday. All right, let's peel this up. And there is our first, I don't know, word, first word. All right, now we're going to keep our pattern going. So we're going to start with espresso here. That way I don't start over again and we have colors that are similar on top of each other. At least that's how my brain works. All right, let's go in with this E. Okay, now we're going to peel it up. Release it from the screen. Push it back down. And now we're going to go in with ivy. Where is it? For the A. And this T on this transfer, y'all, is like large Marge. It's taken over. Holy cow. Press it down. So now we've got, oh man, did y'all see what I just did there? Gosh darn it. Oh well. Oh, exciting. We should all send him a big birthday card. Yeah, y'all should. He would, you know, he would love that. He loves y'all. That would be cool. All right, let's peel this up. Press down. So after that is Lagoon. Tomorrow we have early football practice, y'all. Yippee! Not espresso. Put some of that back. Well, I just went over into the R. That's fine. We're doing great. Okay, then it's going to be our orange color. Now we have to decide what color we want on the bottom of our door tag for our club transfer, or with our club transfer. All right. Okay, I'm going to try and go over this green. Looky there, y'all. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Isn't that cute? I love the different colors. Okay, let me clean this. And y'all tell me what colors we should use. Surprise party, yes. Okay, so I'm going to take a wipe and I'm actually going to clean my transfer first before we use the board eraser. Thanks. I love these colors, y'all. These are great. These are 1, 2, except for espresso. 4 of the 5, what we call on vogue colors. So eventually they will be gone. They won't be in our like normal product offering. I love them. All right, now we're going to take a board eraser and take the rest of this off. Now, I will tell you right now, don't freak out when you see your transfer look stained. As long as you have that paste out of the silk screen, you're fine. Okay, so just clean it right away. Clean as you craft. Okay, clean as you go. Thanks. I'll make sure you hit the heart button. Comment the word sweater. This is, I don't know, transfer that's been around maybe a couple months. I don't know. 923, Dana. 923. I know he's at baseball, so I don't think he's watching, and he doesn't really watch the replay, but I don't want to jinx it. But I was looking at something before. I did whatever Wednesday in the VIP group. Y'all, I have a lot of stuff. So if you don't know what that is, we have something around here that's called Zach Math, and he overcuts certain things. Not certain things, a lot of things. And, you know, I'm to blame because I'm the one that gives him the tallies. Like the things, the numbers to cut. Which, whatever. There are times he will admit, like, oops, I cut a whole sheet of that. So there's a lot of things in there. There's exclusive Green Guy items in there. We have some Peanuts exclusive cutouts. Okay, good. You just use water and a board eraser, yes, but I also used a wipe. Okay, let's get this dry, and then y'all tell me what color we should use for the pattern. So this is our ribbon, and I have this thinner brown. So what color should we do the pattern in? What about Lagoon? What about Lagoon? Yeah, I'm sure he does too, Michelle. I'm sure he does. Lagoon, yeah. Okay. All right, so now we're going to grab our transfer. So what I'm going to do is, since we've decided that we are going to use Lagoon, this is where I am going to close up all my jars. So I don't know if you can see the difference. If you've ever left your paste out for a long period of time, do you see how it starts to get like this coat over it? As if the top layer is starting to not completely dry, obviously. I'm going to close that for a second. Have y'all ever noticed that? So that is just your paste starting to dry. Now, granted, it's not going to get rock solid hard. But if you leave it out too long, it will. I have a few transfers and I'm terrified to use them. I'm scared I'm going to mess them up. Just try it, Jessie. You have to try it. You've got to just jump in. Yes, the matte looking coat. Yes, thank you. Okay, now we're going to grab this, spray that in there, and I'm going to just see what this looks like. Okay, we know it can't go that way. Don't want it like this. So I'm going to use the top of those bars or rectangles to line this up. Actually, I'm going to go over just a tad. I'm going to use the lines on the side and the bottom. Like basically, I'm using the transfer to help line this up. Okay. All right, so see what I did? I used this square line to line that up, and then I just used the top of these rectangles right here to line this up. Okay. All right, so let's go in with Lagoon. We're going to have to be extra careful right there. Scrap piece first. Yes. Your older ones got rock solid. Oh, no. What'd you do, Michelle? Leave them open overnight? A couple days? All right, so I'm actually going to place a little bit of our placement tape down right there. That way, I don't accidentally go over that section. And I'm going to work away from the tape. Like I'm not going to go up into the tape. Just in case it lifts up. I don't want it to go underneath the tape. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's all covered. Picking up all of my excess. Sliding it into the jar. Okay, and now we're just going to take off the tape. Well, let me do it like this. Hold on, I'm making a mess. Let me just take it off at once. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that, y'all. Hopefully you can see it. Let me set this aside real quick. Okay, here is our backer sheet. So this is what we have so far. Cute, right? I think so. I think that's really pretty. Okay, let's clean our transfer. And then we're going to hold on. Let me just spray that for a second. I gotta think about something. I need to turn on my glue gun. Here's where I'm going with this. Hold on. I may just use the other side of that. Should I put some right here? Even though we're going to use some ribbon. Should I do another strip right about here? What do y'all think? What do you think? All right, let me just clean this real quick. Tell me in the comments. I'm just over here cleaning this really quick. So I guess my question is, do we use same color or different color? What if we did like the Cabernet? Up here. I need all my things, y'all. I need a bigger desk. Oh yes, Dana's got a system. She told me all about it. All right, so now we're going to do the top of this. So I'm going to make sure this is dry. Once again, I'm going to use the lines on my transfer to line this up. Okay. Let me see. All right, I'm going to go over this section first. I have a little bit more wiggle room on this side, I feel. So this is the marmalade mixed with espresso. And this is the club transfer. You cannot purchase this directly on the website. You have to be part of the club subscription in order to get it. So all you have to do is comment sweater. And I will send you a message on all the information. There's a lot. Okay, this one. All right, peel it up. Whee, that's cute. Super cute. All right, let me spray this. And I will clean that in a little bit because I got more to do. All right, let's dry this. Then we're going to make our bow. I'm going to use my hot glue gun. Maybe some raffia. I have not got my color of the month yet. I have not. But they say it's going to like sell out any day now. Any day. So there was a little bleed right there. I see it. So how do you fix that? You grab the color that you've painted your surface with. It's way over here. That's absolutely empty, but I think we can make it work just for the little bit that I need. And we're just taking a paintbrush and we're just going to touch that up like so. Okay. Easy peasy. All right. So now let me grab the raffia. Hold on. I told you guys that the frame I made was going to house a picture of us in Chicago. So you get the frame with your club kit. But when we went to this is the postcard that I was holding on the way up in the elevator. We did buy the package of pictures, of course, and the digital. But like, look at this. So the only thing about this one, the sun was in our eyes, but look at Dylan. His eyes are closed. Okay, there's that one. And then this is just 4x6 of those. Then you've got this one. That's a cute one, but I need a 4x6 for this frame. So, Deb, you better if you want that color of the month. They say, I'm surprised it's not sold out. So here's this one. Okay, so obviously they photoshopped that one. However, this one is, they take this picture when you walk in. So this is not well, it's photoshopped from this being the background, but this is the real deal because there is a camera above you and they take that. So that is us. Look at the cars below us, y'all. Look below our feet. I did that. I almost like wet my pants doing something like that. Standing on that. Okay, let me do this really quick. All right. And then I'm just going to place this right here. Hopefully this fits. I don't know. I don't think it's going to fit. It's 4x6, right? Or is it 5x7? I don't even know. This may not work. We'll see. Maybe I need like a piece of paper behind it. Hold on. My little ghost over here is sideways. For now, I'm just going to set it, or I'm just going to tape it right here. Like that. And then I'm going to slide my little prongs over. Oh no, it works. Okay. And look, y'all, we did it. Michelle. Looky there. What do we have to do? You have to spend $75 subtotal on my website, Chalk website, and you can add 3 to your cart. Okay, isn't that cute? So I just added these kickstands to the back of mine to stand them up, but that's what I did with my frame that you get with Club. Okay, I told you I was going to add a picture of us in Chicago, and I did. Super cute, right? Okay, let's get back to this. Let's do our bow. Then we're done. This is the twine that you get with your little tag. Let me grab some fabric scissors, and I'm just going to do... No, that's what I want to do. I want to do that. I'm really into these like 3 strip bows lately. All right, so the tag itself, let me tell you, is 9 inches. All right. So I'm going to do 8 inches because I am going to dovetail them. And I'm going to cut 3 of these. Okay, this is wired ribbon. And y'all, you will never guess where I got this from. Y'all guess in the comments where I got this from. Okay, so there's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I think we're going to use this one. Same thing. 8 inches. Dun, dun, dun. And 8 inches. 3 pieces. All right. Nope. Not those 2 places. All right, that doesn't work. Okay, now we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to fold over. And cut up. Same with these pieces. Yep. Hey, Rach. Dollar Tree, Diane. I got that blue ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Can you all believe that? Was it last year or the year before? Either way, or either one, they still may have it. You know, sometimes they bring back maybe like their top sellers. Not that I'm saying that was a top seller, but it's pretty darn cute if you ask me. Okay, and I forgot something I was going to grab. Dang it. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm going to put crisscross applesauce. Hopefully this is going to be big enough. Yes, I think it will be. I'm going to grab a little bit of, what do you call this? Raffia, right? I'm just kind of pulling it apart. I don't want too much. Okay. Gather it here. Like so. Let's do it like this. Then we're going to stack our 3 other pieces, our browns, right here on top. Okay, and then I'm going to use a thingy. What do you call these? Rubber band. Rubber band. All right, then I'm just going to kind of cinch it in the middle, pull it out. And I'm going to do this, I think, 3 times, maybe. As long as I don't pull all the raffia out. Good grief. Then we're going to have to make it all fancy again. Because it's right now the rubber band broke. So I'm going to do twice. Let's start over, folks. You didn't see anything. Crisscross. This one's going this direction. Now let's grab our scrunched up ribbon. Let's try this again. Okay, I'm just going to do it twice this time. 1 and 2. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Okay, now this is where you are going to basically pull your pieces back to where they were. Okay, all of them, including your little guy. You know, I feel like this needs one more tightness, like another. Please don't break. Please don't break. It didn't break. Okay, now we have to fish all of our stuff out from the cramped mess here. Okay, there's those. Then we've got those. All right, we're coming together. We're coming together. Fan them out. Make them pretty again. Each one. Okay, wait, that's the center one. This is the bottom. Okay, now we're going to take our scissors and cut all of this chaos here. This is way too long over here. Okay, and then you just work with it. Make sure that it is to your liking. And y'all. That didn't go there anyways. I've got a piece of raffia stuck here. Okay, now. There you have it. There's your bow. Okay, simple. Not a whole lot of thought. Just don't break your rubber band. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this on here. And I meant to grab something, but I forgot it. Darn it. So let's just go with come back here. That's perfect color. That looks like marmalade with espresso mixed in. Just saying. All right, we did it, y'all. We did it. I'm going to glue that right below the hole. And now we have our sweater weather club tag. Cute. I think this is cute. Something simple, and it gives you another idea of what to do with your club transfer. So y'all hit the heart button for me. Comment the word sweater. Go join the club. This is so cute, y'all. Look, and then you can just like hang it, tie a knot on the end. And there you have it. Look. Oh my gosh, look at that. What do y'all think? I think it's adorable. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. It's glad to be back. We can get our crafting on again. Thanks, Kay. How are you, Kay? So I hope I inspired you to use your club kit a different way. Go grab our new tags, sweater weather. We'll see you again. Bye, friends. See ya.